What's going on YouTube? Baker Man coming at you today. I've got some items bought from the dollar store for this $10 dollar store challenge. I haven't showed them to you yet, but I'm about to. So let's go ahead and take a look at them and see what all we came up with. Okay, so first and foremost, you want to have a bill that's under $10. As you can see, I went to the Dollar Tree. I bought several items, all for $1 a piece. And as you can see, the total is $10 plus tax. The next stipulation was that it has to be waterproof. This here is the container I got. It is actually a 1-gallon plastic jug. As you can see, it has a screw lid on it, handle that you can hold it with, and it actually seals, but we'll test that and double check and make sure at the end of this video. Number two, you wanted to have a way to start fire. So I do carry a lighter on me every day. 1 is none, 2 is 1, 3 is just enough. So I did buy a box of strike-on box matches. They are the green tip, so they are waterproof. There's 300 of them in this pack. The smaller boxes I did run across, there were 10 packs, but I just figured it'd be easier to keep up with this big box here instead of a bunch of small boxes. Okay, so number 4, we needed some type of shelter. I did see several tablecloths. They were about 4.5 feet by 9 feet, which for me wasn't wide enough. I just wasn't comfortable with it. And on top of that, they're real flimsy. Next on the list would have been some type of tarp. The tarps do carry grommets like in this packaging right here. I know the Dollar Tree used to carry some small tarps like 4x4 or 4x8. I did not see any of those. I guess Cutback's got the best of them. So I got the next best thing. This here is a vinyl shower curtain. So therefore it does offer some type of waterproofing to it. It is 70 inches by 72, which makes it like 6.8 feet wide by 7 feet wide. It already has holes in the top of it for attaching to the shower curtain rings. So that'll be able to help me out in that prospect. The last rule on the list was 2 meals. As you can see, I just went real simple. I bought 2 cans of Chef Boyardee ravioli. I consider this a meal. With that being said, these cans are aluminum so they won't rust, and I can actually use the cans to hold water if I were to find a source of water. So at this point, we've spent $1, 2, 3, 4, $5. The next few items I got are things that would definitely help with the survival kit since we've already got all the basics covered. The next items were just cake on the icing. 2 items pertain to lighting. I could not find a viable light with batteries included, so I actually got this hat light. It has clips on the back of it. You can literally clip it anywhere that you want to on the top of your shelter so it's pointing down. It has 3 LEDs in it, so it should be bright enough. And the best thing about it is it has a lithium battery, which is actually included. Okay, so what do we need to do about ambient lighting? Obviously, this is going to be on my person. Where I'm looking at is the plan. For $1, I got this huge pack of 20 glow sticks. We all know how glow sticks work. These will be real good for placing up under the shelter or around the shelter for giving some type of ambient light. But this will give me enough light to be able to see my way around and figure out what's going on. The best part about it is this packaging keeps them from breaking and prematurely lighting. It actually fits inside of my waterproofing container. The next item up is to go with the matches. Obviously, these suck as a way to have a constant source of fire. I didn't want to spend money on kindling or candles, and it's kind of wet outside this time of year, so what did I go with? Canned heat. Obviously, I could actually cook food with this, or I could place this under some kindling, or just use this as a source of heat to keep a constant flame for a few hours so that, you know, I could light things on fire. Obviously, real simple. At this time, we've used 8 items, which leaves 2 left to go in our kit. The last 2 are real simple. They go to help with shelter. Cotton twine and duct tape. Starting off with the twine, each one is 118 feet of braided twine. It's very small, but of course I could, you know, braid it together if I needed some type of actual support. I plan on using this to tie my shelter up to some sticks or some trees or whatever. The duct tape, it's not a lot. For $1, what do you really expect? But the best thing about it is everybody knows with duct tape, you can tear it into short strips, peel it off at one time. So essentially I could get strips that about 1 inch wide maybe. I could do 2 of them and have 2 rolls of duct tape out of this. So I'm gonna go over here and we're gonna put everything in the tub here. But first, before I put things in it, I'm going to test this and make sure it's actually waterproof. So come on and let's see what we can do. Uh-oh. A bubble came out. That's not good. We've got another bubble coming out. Okay, so I'm just finishing up drying the outside of this bottle here. We did have a few bubbles come through. Went ahead to 1.5 minutes just for good measure. Let's go ahead and open this up and see how not waterproof it is. I did get a few drops of water in there. It's got a little bit of water on it. Not a lot. More than I'm comfortable with. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not comfortable with any water in it. But I think we can still salvage this actually. This is nothing that a little bit of that duct tape from the kit. Go ahead and use that on the top end. We'll screw it tight and go ahead and wrap maybe a couple of things of duct tape around it. There's no question whether that'll work, but what I'm gonna do is I'm going to actually get my stuff put in here and then we'll try to put it to the real test. Okay, so now I've got everything put in here. I've got it sealed up with duct tape. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it back in the water and make sure this duct tape seal is sufficient enough to keep the water out. Okay, as you can see, this thing is completely soaking wet, but from watching the video, I don't know if you can tell, but I would be completely honest with you, as I was the first time around, not one single air bubble leaked out. Oh, no, that's okay. Not one bubble of air came out, which means no water went in, which is really good. I'm not going to take it apart and check for two reasons, because duct tape is limited in this kit and I'd have to duct tape it back up, and number two, even if water did get in, the only items in here that would be compromised by the water is the matches, and they're sealed in plastic, and possibly the flashlight, but with the small amount of time that it was in there compared to the small amount of water that leaked in before it was sealed, and now that it's sealed, there's no way that it was enough to compromise that flashlight. So I think we're good to go.
In today's video, I'm about to take the dollar store challenge.
Alright, so we've got everything put together, got a viable kit made, so that's going to close out part 2. Next video up, I'm going to actually be going out and putting this to the test. A few people have done it. Wrangler Star didn't, not that I know of, but I've watched his video. We've compared everything, saw what he got, what he didn't, what I got, what I didn't get. Stay tuned for next week. We'll be putting the video up of going outside and putting this to the test. Like, subscribe, share, and we'll get some more videos out. Peace out.